Drinks all around.
Something's got a hold on.
Charlie! Get up here!
I said, oh, 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 yeah.
Final Destination, Bloodlines, in cinemas May 14.
Fight Night on DAZN, brought to you by that prize guy. The following program is recommended for those 16 and over, as it contains sporting violence, possible bad language, and flashing imagery.
How do you like it? On the shot. So aggressive, so focused. It all comes down to this. Weigh in, live on DAZN.
Just keep on coming, don't they? We're in Nottingham, the former home of Mr. Carl Froch, now the home of Leigh Wood. Should be a big one this week as well. Anthony Cacace versus Leigh Wood, and we're all here for the weigh-ins. I am so excited about this one. You know when Frank Warren kind of put his fights that are going to happen? So we knew the heavy impact was going to happen. We knew Echo Usman versus Josh Taylor. As soon as I saw this one, I was like, okay, that one.
Yeah.
That one right there. I'm so excited for this main event.
I agree with you, Adi. I think it's a real trade fight, really,
Yeah.
and anyone involved in the trade know that this is most likely going to be a good fight. I've been looking forward to it since it was announced, and yeah, can't wait. We're only one day away now.
Yeah, one sleep away. The fighters are going to weigh in over my shoulder in a couple of minutes. Obviously, look, the main event is fantastic. So many good undercard fights as well. We'll get to those very quickly. But this main event, two guys, let's be honest, maybe coming towards the end of their career. Both of them 36, but they don't fight like they're 36. They fight like they're youngsters.
Yeah, and if there's a fresher 36-year-old, it's got to be Anthony Cacace.
Yeah.
He hasn't had the wear and tear. He's never really, although he can call himself a world champion, he's never really been in a really a dogfight and a hard one, which takes years off your career and sometimes years off your life. So Anto, I think, is a reasonably fresh 36-year-old, probably fresher than Leigh Wood, who has been in a few hard fights. But there's a lot of interesting factors could play a part here. But I just think Anto's, strange saying this for a 36-year-old, but Anto's freshness might be enough for him to win the fight.
Yeah, one of those interesting factors, I guess, is the fact that Leigh Wood's fighting here in Nottingham, because it always seems to give him an extra 10-15%. We saw that in those massive fights against Michael Condon. We saw it against Josh Warrington, the rematch against Mauricio Lara. This place seems to lift him a little bit.
Yeah, it will, but Anto will be looking to silence the crowd, and I think if Anto gets an early lead and starts to kind of outbox Leigh Wood and win rounds, then the crowd will start to quieten down a little bit, and then that's when Anto will look to take over. And I think once the crowd goes quiet, he'll know, I've got you here. So, but look, I could use an example myself in Belfast when I fought. Like, it definitely added something, the home atmosphere and the home crowd. So Leigh Wood will be looking to use that.
All right, let's remind you of what you got coming your way this Saturday. It really is a fantastic fight card, and it kicks off with a man that everyone's talking about, Sam Noakes, and really wanted to stay busy fight against Patrick Balaz. Then we go to Owen Cooper versus Chris Gongo. The welterweight division, by the way, in the UK, buzzing right now. Both of those guys on the cusp of big things. On the cusp of things is Liam Davis coming off that defeat to Shabazz Massoud. He takes on Kurt Walker in a weight division above super bantamweight, featherweight division. Ezra Taylor versus Troy Jones, light heavyweight division, buzzing right now. And then the main event, we don't even need to discuss it. It is very, very special. Anthony Cacace versus Leigh Wood. Of the pick of the bunch from the undercard we just saw, what's your one you're looking forward to seeing the most?
I always look forward to watching Sam Noakes.
Yeah.
I love to watch him, but he's probably in one of the easier fights, and it's a bit of a keep busy fight, which is okay, but I like to watch him. I think Ezra Taylor, just in terms of the opponent and Troy Jones and high fights, I think Ezra Taylor could look really good tonight, and I've been impressed with him recently. So, I mean, I'm looking forward to the whole card, but the top of the bill, what a fight that is. If there was no undercard at it, I'd be excited about this.
Indeed. Ezra Taylor, trained by Malik Scott, who's just over my shoulder as well now. All right, I can see Thomas Stryber giving me the look, which means it's time for myself to shut up and throw it to him. So let's get this weigh-in underway. Let's throw it to your MC, Mr. Thomas Stryber.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the official weigh-in for the Hurt Game. A great night of World Championship Boxing tomorrow from Motor Point Arena in Nottingham, England. It is all being brought to you by Frank Warren for Queensberry, along with their great sponsors. Riyadh Season, 32 Red, Unibet, That Prize Guy, and Global Next Trade. A big thanks to those great sponsors. It will be broadcast live worldwide on DAZN, and tickets are available through motorpointnottingham.com. Let's now get the weigh-in process started. Our first two fighters competing tomorrow in a scheduled 4-round middleweight contest. We will first welcome to the scale, coming to us from Narva, Estonia. He has 20 professional bouts to his credit. Let's welcome Dimitri Dima Protkunas. $162.8 for Dimitri Dima Protkunas. Now we welcome to the scale from Essex, England. He had a stellar amateur career and now as a professional is undefeated with 3 victories. Here is Joe Cooper. $163.4 for the undefeated Joe Cooper. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, these two competing tomorrow in a scheduled 4-round middleweight contest. Our next two fighters competing tomorrow in a scheduled 4-round super lightweight contest. Let's first welcome, coming to us from Ciudad Obregón, Sonora, Mexico. He brings a professional record consisting of 8 wins, 7 defeats, 2 draws, 2 wins coming by way of knockout. Let's welcome Mario Portillo.
Sorry, 136.2.
136.2 for Mario Portillo. Now we will welcome to the scale from Durham, England. He had a stellar amateur career and now he is making his professional boxing debut. Let's welcome Joe Tyers. 134.2 for Joe Tires.
So I gotta be down with the hood team. Too much television watching got me chasing dreams. I'm an educated fool with money on my mind. Got my 10 in my hand and a gleam in my eye. I'm a loped out gangster, set tripping banker. And my homies is down, so don't arouse my anger. Fool, death ain't nothing but a heartbeat away. I'm living life, do or die. What can I say? I'm 23 now, but will I live to see 24 the way?
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, these two competing tomorrow in a scheduled 4-round super lightweight contest. Our next two fighters competing tomorrow in a scheduled 6-round super bantamweight contest. Let's first welcome, coming to us from Managua, Nicaragua, he is a veteran of 39 professional bouts. Let's welcome Darwin Martinez.
Orgullo de mi tierra cubana. The grass is greener on my side, and I got all my mothers just me and my familia. Hey Chico, just idle the car while I went into the supermercado. Cop the Cuban hat, bootleg, come by segundo, come barbecue. You know El Kebab on it, it's time, no blues, bro. The Bobby's Cuba. I give 20s and a couple of wise words.
128 pounds for Darwin Martinez. Now we welcome to the scale from Mansfield, England. He is undefeated with 6 wins, 1 draw, 1 of his 6 wins coming by way of knockout. Here is Nico Lightning Levars.
The grass is greener on my side, and I got all my models just me and my familia.
124.6 for the undefeated Nico Lightning Levars.
Just me and my familia.
El sol de mi Cuba me da los buenos días, desayuno y al salir todo el mundo ya está arriba. Oye chico, súbele el volumen, me encanta ese bolero y esta cola para el pan le da la vuelta al mundo entero. Ahora ya en La Habana, viejas calles con aire colonial, los problemas no se ocultan, pero hay dulzura al pasar. Las palmas como el Che orgullecen el paisaje, voy cantando.
¿De dónde son los cantantes?
Por mi isla, mi compadre, voy cruzando. Solo en short con mis gafas, mi Chevy sol ardiente. Hoy es un día especial porque hoy me voy pa' Oriente.
In degrees you can barely move. Plus the sauce, I'm making it hot in this Caribe groove. So move, life is what you make it. It's that simple and plain. Sometimes you get sunshine, but
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, these two competing tomorrow in a scheduled 6-round super bantamweight contest.
The grass is greener on my side, and I got all my models just me and my familia.
Yo, moving to the left, back up a bit. Okay, hold it there. We gon' watch the game though the signal ain't clear. Yeah, where I'm from, they call it cricket. Around here it's pelota. That's 2 great games coming from 2 proud cultures. You've seen them play their part on the streets from the start. Some of the greatest came from here. You know they got heart. Role models from the block deep down in the ditch. And they switch, hit a 6er ball, left man off the pitch.
Our next two fighters competing tomorrow in a scheduled 6-round welterweight contest. Let's first welcome from Śląski, Poland, a veteran of 39 professional bouts. Here is Jacob Laskowski.
My foes, spit at police and duck my POs. I ain't going to
court. You can call a judge, tell him kiss my ass, cause I ain't going
141.1 for Jacob Leskowski.
I'm never gonna stop the buffing, not for nothing. The block they need me.
Now to the scale from Coventry, England. He had a stellar amateur career, and now tomorrow he makes his highly anticipated professional boxing debut. Here is Huey Malone. $139.5 for Huey Malone. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, these two competing tomorrow in a scheduled 6-round welterweight contest. Our next two fighters competing tomorrow.
This real rap, no mama.
156.7 for Hurricane Harris Akbar.
Money make more rain. Going up a paint while I'm back in propane. Point blank range, give a nigga nose range. Skip to my loo with the pack and the cat. Jiffy, loo with the bricks, where they at? Drippin', ooze, the paddock all wet. Birds in the truck, they ain't leaving at the nest. Yeah, 5 base set like milk. Yep, running with the pack, got slipped. Hands in the kitchen jar, cut his bigger up. Nigga being greedy, we gon' cut his tummy out. 100 bricks on the road, take a couple routes. Flush mama house, her man's a Philly couch. I ain't really with the rest of dollars. Knock him out, but then I throw him off the boat battle. Go to Tijuana, put the kilo on the saddle. Sack him, hit a lick of copper pterodactyl. Pap him, chop him, fight down like an apple. Match it with the acres, with the horses in the cattle. Narco, got dope like Pablo. Cut throat like Pablo. Chop tree with the Draco. On the knock, got Diego. Say hasta luego. We'll be in rapping kilos.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, these two competing tomorrow in a scheduled 4-round super welterweight contest. Our next two fighters competing tomorrow in a scheduled 6-round featherweight contest. Let's first welcome, coming to us from Lima, Callao, Peru. He brings a professional record of 18 wins, 17 defeats, 1 draw, 5 wins coming by way of knockout. Here is Cesar Ignacio Paredes.
Now shorty, she in the club, she dancing for dollars. She got a thing for that Gucci, that Fendi, that Prada, that BCBG, Burberry, Dolce and Gabbana. She feed them fools fantasies, they pay them cause they want her. I spit a little G, man, and my gang got her. An hour later, had her ass up.
129.9 for Cesar Ignacio Paredes. Now we welcome, born in Bradford, England, and raised in Perth, Australia. He is a 2024 Olympic bronze medalist, and now tomorrow he makes his highly anticipated professional boxing debut. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Charlie Sr.
Everyone obviously very excited about Charlie Sr. Queensbury's new signing, Olympic bronze medalist at the recent Paris Games. Here we go. I guess, Carl, this is what we have waited to see, right? His debut.
Yeah, good fighter. I had the chance to speak to him at the Olympics, the Paris Olympics, and watch him. Young kid, but clearly very dedicated to it. And I think it's a good move. Coming this way, a lot more fights, obviously, a lot more exposure in the UK. So, yeah, the kid has a lot of potential.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, these two competing tomorrow in a scheduled 6-round featherweight contest.
Music is like magic. There's a certain feeling you get when you reel and you spit, and people are feeling your shit. This is your moment, and every single minute you spend trying to hold on to it, cause you may never get it again. So while you're in it, try to get as much shit as you can. And when your run is over, just admit when it's in its end. Cause I'm at the end of my wits with half the shit that gets in. I got a list, here's the order of my list that it's in. It goes Reggie, Jay-Z, Tupac, and Biggie, Andre from Outkast, Jada, Corrupt, Nas, and Vimy. But in this industry, I'm the cause.
Okay, let's grab a quick word with the man making his debut tomorrow night, Charlie Sr. Nerves? How you feeling? 24 hours to go.
Yeah, look, I'm just ready to get in there now. Like, I'm nervous. Everyone's always nervous when you fight, but it's how you deal with it. And I'm calm. I'm ready to go. So that'll be it. Yeah.
I'm sure there'll be millions watching you in Australia as well. You've brought a few with you today. What is your message to your fans?
Yeah, my message is just like keep your eyes open. Like, I'm here to put on a spectacle, and every performance, amateur or pro, I'm there to look good, and I'm there to get it done. So keep watching.
Okay, good luck tomorrow. Charlie Sr., ladies and gentlemen. The big boys of boxing will be in action tomorrow night. These two competing in a scheduled 6-round heavyweight contest. Let's first welcome a native of Belarus, now fighting out of Warsaw, Poland. He has 28 professional bouts to his credit. Let's welcome Victor Chavarko.
I want that number one spot, I'm like icon. I got that beast in my eyes, I'm like Tyson. With my heart and my drive, I know I'm righteous. Keep some ice on me, rocky like bad boy. Once you win, you gon' want more. Set a tree and need an encore. I was down on my last when I found myself. I be a fighter to the end, to my last round. I got angels all around me, yeah.
For Victor Chavarko. Now to the scale from Leamington Spa, England, undefeated with 2 wins. One of his 2 wins coming by way of knockout. Here is Lewis Williams.
Some people still think that they know him, but fuck him. He knows the code. It's not about the salary, it's all about reality and making some noise, making a story, making sure his click stays up. That means when he puts it down, Tox picking it up. Let's go. Who the hell is he anyway? He never really talks much.
226 pounds for the undefeated Lewis Williams.
Put it together himself. Got a picture connects. Never asking for someone's help or to get some respect. He's only focused on what he wrote. His will is beyond reach, and now it all unfolds. The skill of an artist. This is 20% skill, 80% fear. Be 100% clear, cause Ryu was ill. Who would have thought he'd be the one that set the West in flames? And I heard him wreck it with the crystal method, name of the game. Came back, dropped Megadeth, took him to church. I like Bleach, man. Ryu had the stupidest verses, dude, is the truth.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, it's the big boys of boxing in action tomorrow. 6 rounds scheduled in the heavyweight division.
50% and 100% reason to remember the name. They call him Ryu, he's sick and he's spitting fire. And Mike got him out the dryer, he's hot. Found him in Fort Minor with top, but a fucking nihilist porcupine. He's a prick, he's a cop. The type women wanna be within, rappers hope he gets shot. 8 years in the making, patiently waiting to blow. Now the record we should notice taking over the globe. He's got a partner in crime, this shit is equally dope. You won't believe the kind of shit that comes out of this kid's throat.
Our next 2 fighters competing tomorrow in a scheduled 8-round lightweight contest. Let's first welcome from Czech Republic. He brings a professional record consisting of 13 wins, 4 defeats, 1 draw, 5 of his 13 wins coming by way of knockout. Here is Patrick Balaj.
I laid down the game for you niggas, taught you how to charge more than what they paid for you niggas. Own the whole thing for you niggas, reinvest, double up, then explain for you niggas, it gotta be love. Run the city, it gotta be cuz. It's for the pieces I took off the monopoly board. Yeah, y'all niggas false claims, it gotta be fraud. Just keep the hood about your mouth and you gotta be charged. I doubled up, tripled up, nigga what? Banged on the whole game, I ain't give a fuck. Nobody tripping, handle business, got my digits up. And when I drop, you know I'm about to fuck the city up. Check, it was 5 chains on my neck.
141 for Patrick Balaj. Now to the scale from Maidstone, Kent, England. He is undefeated with 16 wins. 14 of his 16 wins coming by way of knockout. He is the current British, Commonwealth, and WBO International Lightweight Champion, Sam Midge Noakes.
GC, my nigga, turn that shit up. CPT, LBC, yeah, we hooking back up. And when they bang this in the club, baby, you got to get up. Thug niggas, drug dealers, yeah, they give it
141.7 for Sam Midge Noakes.
Yeah, it's almost a stay busy fight. How dangerous is that, right? To kind of get that mindset that you're still in there against someone that wants to take your head off, but ultimately, this is someone that you should get rid of quite comfortably.
Well, yeah, I mean, it can be an issue, but I knowing Sam Noakes, I think he want to win this fight. He want to look impressive as well. Stay busy fights are okay as long as something big comes off the back of it. I'm hoping Sam Noakes gets a big fight very soon.
And it's good that he puts his hand up to want to stay busy as well. Like, okay, if we can't make you the fight you want to make, we're still going to keep you busy, still stay active, do the weight cut, do the training camp, everything.
All helps going forward.
I love it, a good stare down. I don't mind this, when it goes past a minute I get worried. There you go, a nice handshake as well.
Sam's always respectful, isn't he? I didn't think we were going to see any nasty stuff there.
Staring at your mate just then, Sam. Oh, okay, lovely. He just said he's more scary than me. Sam, listen, this is meant to be like an 8-rounder, a keep busy. Your opponent looks dangerous, looks like he's ready to fight.
Yeah, I think he's coming up for it. I think these are ones that people can get complacent on and maybe slip over, but we've been training hard in the gym, so I'm ready to go wherever he comes with, Dev.
British champion, Commonwealth champion, you're a European champion, but this is your first 8-rounder.
Yeah, in my 17th fight, it's my first 8-rounder. It's a lot of new things. I've not fought out of London as a pro either. Never done 8 rounds before, so I'll see how it goes.
Are you going to need the 8 rounds?
I don't know. He seems up for it, Dev. We'll see how it goes, isn't it? I don't know. Never done 8 rounds before, Dev. I'm new to all this.
Best of luck.
Thanks.
See you tomorrow.
Thanks for having me.
Our next 2 fighters competing tomorrow in a scheduled 10-round welterweight contest. Let's first welcome from London, England, his professional record, 17 wins, 2 defeats, 7 of his 17 wins coming by way of knockout. He is the former IBO Intercontinental Welterweight Champion, Chris Too Slick Congo.
I get your brand new roller tomorrow. I put that brand new roll on your arm. I ain't moving slow, but I'm still on arm. Tennis bracelets and they came with the frost. Cuban links all the way up to your jaw. Step up the swag when I step on a bra. $2 a half. Ooh, that's the cheapest one. Stacking these hundreds up like coupons. Told you from up again, upper echelon. I get the stacking up. I'm untouchable. I get
146.7 for Chris Too Slick Congo. Now to the scale from Worcester, England. His professional record, 10 wins, just 1 defeat. 4 of his 10 wins coming by way of knockout. He is the former English and WBO European welterweight champion, Owen, the Worcester Warrior Cooper. 145.7 for Owen, the Worcester Warrior Cooper.
This is a great fight. It really is in the welterweight division. Chris Congo, by the way, the shape of the man.
Yeah, he's in incredible shape and massive as well for a welterweight. And Cooper, not the biggest welterweight in the world. He came in well inside the distance there, or well inside the limit, but it's a good fight. Cooper brings a bit of tenacity and he comes forward and he's aggressive, but Chris Congo is someone who I think is probably not as valued as much as he should be. I think he's a very good fighter and maybe doesn't get the credit he deserves.
Yeah, he fought in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, those kind of midweek fight cards, and he actually fought 154 pounds. And I said to him, look, are you going to stay there? Because he looked really good at 154, and he's like, no, I can still make 147 when I get down to make 147. And I guess it's a good time to be a 147-pound fighter in this country, because so many good fights can be made.
Plenty of big fights, but look at the size difference here. I'm sure he gets down to 147. He's made the weight, but it's got to be a struggle for Chris.
Indeed. A good 147-pound fight coming up in a couple of weeks as well. Let's not forget that. Josh Taylor, Echo Usman. And if you're Chris Congo, you somehow want to get in that mix.
Yeah, absolutely. He'd be looking to get in the mix. It's Josh Taylor's first fight at welterweight, and it's not an easy one for him. I think he probably could have got a bye ball for having an easier one at welter, but yeah, he'd want to get in. Congo will want to get in the mix amongst them boys.
All right, let's hear from Chris Congo. He's on the stage with DAZN.
Okay, I'm here with Chris Congo. I'll tell you what, the guys on commentary, they were talking about the size difference. It's quite an obvious difference there. Are you feeling that?
Yeah, of course. I'm the bigger man, so I'm going to use it to my advantage and do what I do.
You've been looking pretty cool all week. I saw you having a little boogie up there as well. Calm, relaxed, ready to get the job done?
Of course. That's what you got to do. Stay relaxed. When it's time to lock in is when the bell goes.
Yesterday you told us it's going to be seek and destroy. Is that the mentality right now?
Yes, it's been the mentality, and it's still the mentality till the bell goes. We're more than ready and prepared.
Best of luck to you. Chris Congo, ladies and gentlemen. Now let's hear from his opponent, Mr. Owen Cooper, the Worcester Warrior. Are you bringing some Worcester sauce for us tomorrow?
Of course, always, nothing new. Always, always, always.
We were talking about the size difference. Now, you had to really look up at Chris Congo there. He says it is going to be a factor. He's been up at 154 pounds. How are you feeling about it?
Nothing new for me, you know. I'm only a short lad. I've been fighting bigger lads my whole life, from the amateurs, a lot of the pros as well. So it's nothing new to me. Just ready to go tomorrow now.
Best of luck, Owen Cooper. Owen Cooper, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you very much.
Our next two fighters competing tomorrow in a scheduled 12-round contest. It will be for the vacant IBF Intercontinental Featherweight Championship. Let's first welcome from Lisburn, Northern Ireland. He proudly represented Ireland in the 2020 Olympics and now is a professional. Is undefeated with 12 wins, 2 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Kurt Walker.
You keep on. Plenty goons, mansion, mini room, my necklace, 2 X's and 3 Benny Bones. Lean back, and lean back, cause he's back. Come on, lean back, lean back. Cause he's back, come on.
You don't want no problems with Harlem. You don't want no problems with the boogie down Bronxter. You don't want no drama with the blonde bomber. Original Don Dada of the blonde bottle. The model for white America. Then Joe, the spokesperson for the
125.4 for the undefeated Kurt Walker.
Midwest to the dirty, even further to
Now we welcome to the scale from Telford, Shropshire, England. He has a professional record of 16 wins, just 1 defeat. 8 of his 16 wins coming by way of knockout. He is the former British, English, European, and IBO Super Bantamweight World Champion, Liam Dangerous Davis.
We gonna rock, then we gonna roll, then we let it pop, don't let it go. X gon' give it to ya, he gon' give it to ya. X gon' give it to ya, he gon' give it to ya. First we gonna rock, then we gonna roll, then we let it pop.
125.2 for Liam Dangerous Davis.
I did Kurt Walker's fight in Belfast when he fought Liam Woodstock on the undercard of Paddy Donovan versus Lewis Crocker, and it was a close fight. I almost expected to see a bit more, and I think he's going to need to show more against Liam Davis. And yes, he's moving up in weight, but we all know the quality of Liam Davis.
Yeah, Liam Davis is top quality. Kurt Walker's, I mean, in terms of an amateur boxer, top quality amateur, great mover. I think one of his issues is he maybe just doesn't punch hard enough to get the respect of the opponent. And Liam Davies, although he's coming up at the featherweight, probably the bigger man and the bigger puncher in the fight anyway. Tough night for Kurt Walker, but if he does win this fight, it opens the doors for massive opportunities.
For Liam, obviously not coming off that defeat to Shabazz Massoud that they were talking about anyway.
Yeah, I mean,
so mentally, where is he going to be?
I don't think Luke will get back on track and get a win. Look, I mean, the boys are at it here. This is typical Liam Davies. You always expect this with him, but he wanted to get back on top of the perch again. They did talk about it in the fights. Yeah. Obviously, with the defeat in his last fight, he didn't look very good, to be honest. He wanted to get back to looking his best, and I think this gives him an opportunity to do that.
I love the fact they've got him in straight away against someone unbeaten, a big name, rather than just an 8-rounder to say, okay, let's see what you've got straight away.
No, I agree with that completely, and we'll find out a lot about him tomorrow night.
All right, let's hear from Kurt Walker. He's with DAZN.
Okay, that was quite a fiery face-off there, Kurt Walker. What was going on there?
I think it's just for the cameras, just to get psyched up a bit for tomorrow, but I'm ready, I'm sure he's ready, and I'm looking forward to it.
Has it got you more psyched up for tomorrow? You've been pretty cool, you haven't said much all week.
I think I've been away from home for 8 weeks. I'm psyched up enough to fight. I want to go home and see my kids and that, so.
Listen, one thing he said yesterday was a bit of advice to you, which was keep your hands up because he's going to be throwing bombs. Do you have advice for Liam Davis?
Not really, no. I don't even know. No, nothing.
Well, that's Kurt Walker, ladies and gentlemen. No advice for Liam Davis. But let's hear from Dangerous, Liam Davis. You're back, Liam. Chapter 2, new weight. Is this a new Liam Davis?
Nah, same old Liam Davis. Come in to put a big show on. Got a lot to prove. Got to get back to winning ways and full of confidence as always.
What did you say to Kurt Walker up there? It looked like it got pretty intense. Big handshake at the end, but there was a bit of verbals.
Yeah, because, like I said, we've shown respect. I got respect for him, but he needs to know tomorrow night is not like any of these other fights he's had before. He's in with the real deal tomorrow, and I got a lot to prove. As I said, I'm hungry. New weight and new belts to chase, and starts tomorrow with the IBF. So let's go. Thanks to all my sponsors, to George Warren and Frank Warren Queensbury. Welcome to the zone. Let's go.
Let's go. Liam Davis, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, our co-main event tomorrow, it will be a battle of the undefeated. 10 rounds scheduled for the vacant WBA Continental Gold Light Heavyweight Championship. Let's first welcome from Birmingham, England, undefeated with 12 wins, 6 of those 12 wins coming by way of knockout. He is the current English light heavyweight champion, Troy Jones.
The grass is green on my side, and I got all my models here. Just me, my familia.
173.8 for the undefeated Troy Jones.
Just me, my familia.
Now we welcome to the scale from right here, Nottingham, England, undefeated with 11 wins, 8 of his 11 wins coming by way of knockout. He is the current WBC International Light Heavyweight Champion, Ezra the Cannon Taylor.
Get your date and come and pay the kid. Look, baby, this is simple, you can't see. You fucking with me, you fucking with a PIMP. I don't know what you heard about me. But a bitch can't get a dollar out of me.
173.8 for the undefeated Ezra the Cannon Taylor.
Look in great shape. Both men have asked for this fight, Carl. They both got their wish. We'll see who really is number one out of these two come Saturday night.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good fight. They did say it was a co-main. I'm not having that. It's not the co-main. It's a chief support. That's what it is. But Ezra Taylor's impressed me recently in his last couple of fights. A decent puncher. Looks the part as well. I mean, he can go into modelling if he doesn't want to be a boxer. If it doesn't work out for him. But you've got to say he's a favourite in this fight. I just think that Jones maybe doesn't move his head as much as he should and a little bit easier to hit. And I think Ezra Taylor could look very good here tomorrow night.
There are many in the training that think Ezra could be a bit special.
I mean, I'm one of these guys that think there's a lot to go, a long way to go, and he still has a lot to prove, but the kid can fight, and he's got the full package. He can talk, he looks the part, he knocks people out as well, so yeah, a long way to go, but he has an opportunity to make a name for himself.
Yeah, Malik Scott, you can probably see over Ezra's shoulder there, his trainer. He's been doing a lot of the training out in America, a lot of sparring out in America as well, which is a good thing. You start to see different styles as well.
I think so. I mean, you just get away from home comforts and distractions, and you go and base yourself in the States and get the head down, and loads of sparring all over the States, and teaming up with someone like Malik Scott, who in my opinion is a guy full of wisdom, a very, very good coach, very, very knowledgeable. I think it's only a good thing.
All right, here we go. Let's hear from Troy Jones first. He's with DAZN.
Okay, Troy Jones, I mean, for years you've been working away on the small halls, on the undercards, in the shadows. Tomorrow you get the chance to show the world who you are. What's going through your head?
Nothing really. I'm just going to do the job, and it's not just that I've been thinking about this. I've been thinking about this my whole life. So this is just
I've worked my whole life towards this, and tomorrow he's going to see what I've been working towards, and it's going to warm my pace due, definitely.
You're a cool guy. He's a cool guy. You had a bit of a shoulder bump, fist bump. But when does all of that change?
It's all changed anyway. It's his respect now, but as soon as we get in there, that's out the window. Same goes for him as well. It's going to be the same. And then we go to war, man. We're going to lock horns, 2 undefeated fighters. It don't happen all the time in boxing, people in meeting so early. So fair play to him. And yeah, man, we're going to go to war tomorrow. So it's going to be a good watch. Make sure everyone does. And then it'll be same respect after. But tomorrow it's go time, mate.
Best of luck. Troy Jones, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, Ezra the Cannon Taylor, your city, your people. Why is it going to be your night?
You just said it, man. It's my city, it's my people. You know, all full and, you know, all the respect to the team over there, Leigh, Troy. Shut your mouth, bro. I'm not talking to you. Big respect to these guys over here. We're here to do a job. Unfortunately, Troy's the opponent, and Saturday night he's going to have to feel the wrath, man. There's a train that's moving, there's no breaks. And, you know, I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm excited. You can see the smile on my face. You know what I'm saying? I'm in my city. All my city people, them come out and supported me. It's amazing, man. And I want to say thank you to Queensbury. Big up Leigh Wood as well for having it here as well. Big up George. Big up Frank for giving me the opportunity on the platform. Big up my saviour as well. I wouldn't be here without him. So, yeah, man, I just want to say thank you to everyone as well.
For the first time, Ezra, you've got an opponent who wants it just as much as you. He's unbeaten. This is his life as well. How do you set yourself apart?
He doesn't want it as much as me. He doesn't want it as much as me. I separate myself on Saturday. You'll see why I say what I say. You see why I talk what I talk. Listen, as a fighter, everyone's going to be confident. And I'm so happy he's confident, because if he wasn't, we wouldn't be here right now. He's a 12-0. He's undefeated. He's an English champion. He has all the accolades for me to just wipe out. Because I'm ready to step up. This is the step up. Troy's a good fighter. I'm a better fighter. I'm the greatest fighter. So Saturday, I'm going to show you that.
Best of luck. Ezra Taylor, Nottingham's own. Ladies and gentlemen, our main event tomorrow, live worldwide on DAZN, brought to you by Frank Warren for Queensbury. It is scheduled for 12 rounds, and it will be for the IBO Super Featherweight Championship of the World. Let's first welcome to the scale the challenger. His professional record, 28 wins, 3 defeats, 17 of his 28 wins coming by way of knockout. He is the former 2-time WBA featherweight champion of the world. He is the fighting pride of Nottingham, England. Here is Lethal Leigh Wood.
My desire is always to be here on Mulligan time. Mulligan time, home is flowing in from the sea. My desire is always to be here.
129.8 for Lethal Leigh Wood. And now let's welcome the defending world champion. He comes to us from Belfast, Northern Ireland. He brings a professional record of 23 wins, just 1 defeat, 8 wins coming by way of knockout. He is the former IBF world champion, and tomorrow the reigning and defending IBO super featherweight champion of the world, Anthony the Andy Town Apache Cacace.
both fighters make weight. We have a show tomorrow night. I just want to clear it up as well, the situation with regard to Anthony Cacace's IBF belt that he won over Joe Cordina. He vacated that to make this fight. So it wasn't about he lost, it's about he vacated to make this one. And we're all happy he did it because we've got a good night on Saturday.
Yeah, I'm happy he done it. He made the right decision. I mean, at this stage of both fighters' careers, they want to make money as much as possible, and this fight was more rewarding for Anthony Cacace than the Sugar Nunez mandatory fight. So he done the absolute right thing, but it's a tough fight against Leigh Wood. This is no gimme. Leigh Wood looks up for it, looks good on the scales, as does Anto. Both guys are up for it. I'm surprised there's a lot of noise here for Anthony Cacace today. Surprised me a little bit, but it's good to see.
It's going to be a good one, this, isn't it? Main event, 12 rounds. You can see the belt behind us, the IBO super featherweight strap. Both of them looking still, though, to get into that mix for world title honours. But this is more important. This is a big one Saturday night. At their age as well. You don't want to say it, but if you lose, it's a long way to come back if you lose this one.
I would say the loser's done.
Yeah.
At 36 years of age for both guys, the loser's probably... You go straight to the back of the queue, so... But the winner of this fight, there's big opportunities. I think that whoever wins this fight will go on to fight for a legitimate world title in the next fight, or they should anyway.
You can only imagine the noise tomorrow. Again, we're hearing there's going to be quite a few thousand in there. And there's only a couple of hundred in it right now, and it's still loud. But tomorrow's going to be exciting. Listen to this.
I think it's going to be very, very raucous, Harry. Look at the both guys. They both seem up to it. Now, I did tell you, Leigh Wood isn't going to look like he's outside here too much.
Both of them are clenching their fists as well. These guys can go now.
They're ready to go now, and it's good to see. I'm expecting a great fight tomorrow night. And I think that's exactly what we're going to get. I can't really see it being a dull fight. I can't make an argument for that.
I love non-ceremonial weigh-ins. We see a lot of ceremonial weigh-ins when the fighters weighed in 10 hours ago. I love seeing fighters just make weight there, and you can see it in their faces.
Yeah, that's it. I prefer this ceremonial weigh-in. I'm not a big fan of them, if I'm being honest. But you know, people come on and get on the scales with their trousers and stuff still on. But not that I want to see their bottom half, but you know what I mean. It just doesn't look real. But both guys, I mean, again, that stare down was intense, and they seem up for it.
We haven't heard Leigh Wood be a challenger for a long time, but he is the challenger. Tomorrow evening, he's with DAZN.
Okay, Nottingham hero, lethal Leigh Wood, 19 months. It's been a long time. I bet you just can't wait to get going.
Who's counting? You know, I'm just happy to be back, buzzing to get back in there. Thanks everyone turning out today. I know a lot of people have work in that, so thanks for making the effort. But tomorrow night's when it counts.
Nottingham have turned out. They've turned out today. This is just a sample of what's coming tomorrow. This city have really got behind you. What is your message to Nottingham?
Bring the noise, I'll bring the rest tomorrow night. You know what happens, you know what I'll bring. I won't disappoint, I promise.
One final thing. It's been a while since we've seen Leigh Wood as a challenger. What does that do for the mentality heading tomorrow? Because you've got to get that belt from Anthony Cacace.
I always perform best when I'm an underdog, I think. I'm the challenger, the book is having favourite, so I'm just going to do what I do best.
Best of luck. Congratulations, this man, lethal Leigh Wood. And that's a congratulations on the support. And Anthony Cacace, I mean, you've brought plenty with you here. They're screaming for you. It looks like you brought Belfast with you.
Yeah, I'm surprised. Thank you to everyone that's travelled over. It's unbelievable support. I love it.
As we get closer to fight night, as we get closer to that first bell, I can tell there's a change in you. Just there, that face-off, there's an intensity. What's going through your head, Anto?
It's time to go. This was the final stretch. Get the weigh-in done. Now to refuel and let's fight. This is something I've been training for 12 weeks, so I'm just ready to go at this point.
There's been a lot of talk about his power. What about your power?
Listen, power's one thing to do with this game. You know, what's he going to do? Keep throwing bombs? He needs to be able to box and get out of different situations. So I've got the power too, so we're going to have to just see on the night. It's got the makings to be a great fight, and I pretty respect Leigh, and I'm just looking forward to the challenge.
Best of luck to you. Anthony Cacace, ladies and gentlemen. Back to Ade.
Wow, enjoyed that. Enjoyed the little feisty face-off between the two as well. It's been nice all week, but as you know, when you're getting this close and you're making weight, you are going to be a bit agitated. And I think both guys are fired up.
Yeah, both were fired up. You mentioned it, Addy, that both of them were standing with their fists clenched. Almost look like they're ready to fight now. But I think no one's ready to fight when you're struggling to make weight. But they'll refuel today and tomorrow, and they'll be up for a fight. Like I've said, and I don't want to keep harping on, but I just can't see this being anything other than a good fight. And it's one both you and I have been very excited about for a long time.
Yeah, again, look, for Leigh Wood, there will be concerns that he's been at the ring for 19 months. It's a long time. But he stays busy, he's always in the gym. Is that an issue though, 19 months out of the ring?
I think it is an issue, especially at his age, at 36. I mean, if he's a younger guy and he's staying in the gym and staying fit, maybe not so much of an issue, but at 36 and not having a fight in nearly 2 years, I think it can be an issue. And Anto's he's riding the crest of a wave at the minute. He's on the form of his life, and he's looking good as well. The bookies have him a big favourite. I think it's a little bit closer, probably, but I do have Anto the favourite.
Many asked if the Belfast faithful were going to travel over. If today's anything to go by, they're here already.
Yeah, I mean, that was a good bit of noise there. What surprised me actually was there is a fight, an MMA fight, which is on DAZN as well, in the PFL in Belfast, which will have taken a lot of tickets off Anthony Cacace, and people may have travelled. So, but I still expect there's a lot of loyal fans of Anthony Cacace that's going to be here and making noise.
All right, that's the main event. Let's remind you of the main fight card as well. Some really intriguing fights on this one. We kick things off with Sam Noakes in what we're going to call a stay busy fight, but you've got to be careful against Patrick Balaz, who looks really up for it. Then we go to the welterweight division. Owen Cooper takes on Chris Congo. Massive size difference there for Chris Congo. Will that help him on the night? Liam Davis moves up in weight to featherweight to take on Kurt Walker. Battle of the unbeatens in the light heavyweight division. Ezra Taylor versus Troy Jones, and we just saw these guys on the scales. Anthony Cacace versus Leigh Wood for the IBO super featherweight strap. It's going to be a good night of boxing. Yeah, it always is here in Nottingham, always is.
It always is. I mean, they make a lot of noise, and we've seen that previously with Leigh Wood fights, but we've seen it before that with Carl Froch. The atmosphere is special when it's a big fight, and this is a big fight, and I'm sure there will be a big atmosphere, but I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to the full card. A lot of good fights in the undercard, but the main fight for me potentially could be fight of the year.
Yeah, it should be a good one, isn't it? Two really, really good fighters. As Carl mentioned, both 36, so it could be a case, winner stays on, loser might have to leave town. So pressure on both. Should be a good night of boxing. Make sure you tune in tomorrow live on DAZN. The whole team will be there. Should be a good night.
I'm ready, and I'm coming to take the title in Nottingham.
I want to achieve my maximum. I want to do everything I can do, and being a two-weight world champion is my next step.
This is the Hurt Game.
Unbelievable season. This has got the recipe for fight of the year.
Work there from Cacace. Shot from Leigh Wood.
Watch this fight. This is going to be a standout fight this year.
Fight Night on DAZN, brought to you by That Prize Guy.
It's never a coincidence. Excellence demands commitment and the drive to refine every detail. On and off the court.
Fight Night on DAZN, brought to you by That Prize Guy.